Day 320. Day rating is a 6. I was, I guess, excited that it was Friday, but mentally taxing. I guess you could say, and it was mentally. It's just checked out, I think. It's just that mental fatigue hit really hard this week, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at work. I want to be away from this computer, away from this cubicle, away from this work scenario. Anyways, I brought in my stress food and had a couple cookies, 2 donuts. I had the protein shake in the morning. What else? Oh, work got us Red Devil pizza, which is, it's always nice when you get food. It was just pizza wings, and there was a little bit of salad stuff there too. That was okay, I guess. I guess it's weird. We go there and we get pizza, and they always get 2 or 3 certain kinds of pizza, and no one eats it. It's always the last sitting there. The box is full, and the other ones go really quick. If you're not there the first 5 or 10 minutes, and you're the last maybe 6 or 7 people there, those boxes are empty, and it's normally the cheese, the pepperoni, sausage, some of those, and the other ones are kind of hit and miss. Well, there's 1 or 2 boxes that always has the same thing, and there's multiple of them, and no one eats it, and everyone's just why do we get these food? Why do we get this food? And why don't we get other ones that people actually eat and enjoy? I don't know. It's just kind of weird seeing it and saying sometimes you're a little hungry, so maybe there's a little bit of hangriness going on, or if that person in front of you gets the last slice and you're just dang it. But it's still free food. It's free food. Appreciate it. But it was just kind of funny to see. And then just got back to the desk. Excuse me. Tried to zone out. Had a couple little issues. Had someone argue with me about the protocol. I was I'm only allowed to confirm information. Sorry. And he just got upset. He got mad. I guess I could look back at it now and say it's funny. Oh my gosh. This customer just got so, I guess, kind of heated, and I explained to him exactly what needed to happen, and they were not okay with it. And I said, look, if you can go and do this, then the situation will be taken care of. I don't know why I'm not saying this, but in my head I'm I don't know why you continue to argue with me over this. I gave you an example to get this resolved, and maybe because it was nothing that he could really do, he had to make another phone call to them and say, hey, can you please do this for me, or blah blah blah, and get the ball rolling. But anyways, and it was funny because right after, my other employee came over hey man, how's it going over here? Take it easy, we're almost done. I was dude, I just got off this phone call and this guy got really heated. I don't know how to say it, put it out of context, but pretty much I shouldn't need to be so secretive. He's not gonna come and attack me or find out where I live. And I was have a good day. just so tough. And, when they keep cutting you off and you're trying to explain something. Anyways, it was just nice to get out of there. Came back, played with the pup real good. It was just so nice to see her. It was just so much joy. And seeing her wag her tail, and then almost like a little kid sometimes, where if you've ever seen a kid and you haven't seen them in a while and they just get a new toy a day or 2 days ago, and they're like, oh my gosh, hi, and they give you this little hug and like, let me show you my toy. Like that was Gamomo right when I got off of work. She was just, oh hey, you're here, blah blah blah. Oh, let me show you my toy. And she was like shaking it all around, jumping up and off, on and off the couch, ran around in circles a little bit, almost played tug of war, and then she jumped away from me again, and finally calmed down enough to come sit down next to me. And I was just thinking, that's exactly what I need. Thank you. Leave work at work and just be here in the moment. Enjoy being away. It's the weekend. So while she was still in a good mood, tried to get her to go for a walk. Had a nice little walk. We got to the dog park. She did her little business, walked away, and then what happened? She ran into one of the dogs and got a little crazy, and so I was like, no, calm down. I had to pull her away from the situation. We went to the side, and then she just kind of sat there and pretty much sunbathed. I was like, okay, this is something I can deal with. Just sit here, relax, enjoy being outside. Don't stress out. No need to get crazy. This is what the walk should be like. Then we came in, we played a little bit. I gave her a treat, and then I just mentally, it all just came out. I was able to relax, and I didn't turn the TV on. I just sat there on the couch, and I had this guy, is it Jay Shanti? I missed the name up. He's a little bit of like a motivational speaker. Maybe not motivational, but like influential. I think he's got a book or two out. I may have messed up the name, but Jay something. And he said, what fitness does for the body, stillness does for the mind. And it was one of those days that totally hit home. And that was me. It just, I didn't want to turn the TV on. I didn't want to turn anything on the phone. I just sat there for a little bit, and the pup sat next to me. And I enjoyed just how quiet it was and not being attached to the screen. I think for the week that it was just the way things worked out or didn't work out. Yeah, I needed that 20, 30, 45 minutes to almost disconnect completely. It was so peaceful. I just ended up taking a nap. I didn't feel tired. I think my mind finally stopped having so much noise and like weight on my shoulders and my head. I was able to relax and get away from it. And I woke up, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes later, felt refreshed. And played with the pup a little bit, and then watched the last episode of the Cheer Season 2, which was really good. I mean, the whole season, I think, was good and crazy and more real than I think the first season. I think with the pandemic stuff in there, it's interesting seeing different people handle the pandemic with being with or without family, finding activities or being secluded from activities, Skyping more, video chatting more, texting more, and just what's their outlet now when some like walls are almost put in place? Like, do you just break down, or do you find something else? Like, are you resilient? Is kind of what it turned into. I think that that psychology of it was interesting. And then I just slowly got ready. I played with the pup, gave her food, and then I was like, all right, 8:30, let's get it ready for a run. And I thought about maybe calling it. I was like, no, we're going. I make today happen. So I just drove to the park, did about a mile and a half warm up, and then changed shoes, went to the field, and just pretty much did sprints. Not as much as I used to. I used to just be able to go. I would do like a soccer style, go 6, 18, half field, and then like a short recovery, like 30 seconds to a minute, and then again 6, 18, half field. And then when you get really, really fit, you can do it just for like 4 or 5 minutes and then take a break. But I know I had a little bit of a harder run yesterday, and then the really hard run Wednesday, and I tried to do the workout on Monday. Not Monday, sorry. Sunday. Again. So I just need to get my body back into it. I feel it'd be a good way to get in some extra miles and slowly inject speed into it. So maybe in 2 months, around March, I can light up a good race, whether it's a 5K or mile. Hopefully it's shorter. Hopefully don't have to go longer, but hopefully it's something like that. So I better start now. So I just took it real easy. Did like a sprint across the field, jogged around, and then I did a sprint up and then up the mountain. I did that at least a dozen times. Kind of lost track in the end, but it was at least 12. Anyways, I was refreshing and came back and I was like, all right, let's go for a walk, pup. Took her out, made some chicken, had some guac with it, had a couple of those, not homemade tortillas, but those take and bake tortillas. And I had a bunch of vitamins and drank a little bit of water. I had the protein smoothie. I sat down, tried to look for something on TV. I don't even remember what I watched at this point. A documentary? I was last looking at documentaries. My brain's slowing down, getting tired. I can't remember, but anyways. Yeah, not quite the day I wanted, but still trying to make the best of it, make it a little better. And it's definitely a little better with the run. Still, fitness this last week has been out of it. I don't think I've done pull-ups all week. I still need to do another set of push-ups. Still need to read. But that's it. That was kind of day. Oh, and I did have one other customer call and just needed help. They needed help getting a document. And I said, okay, you can pretty much submit this document. You'll pretty much be good to go. And like, really, that's it? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're back on the Christmas list. You're awesome. And then right then, I mean, he didn't even hesitate to give me that response. Maybe that's his go-to for that, or maybe he really likes Christmas. I don't know. But it made me laugh. He kind of laughed because I was laughing about being back on the Christmas list. And in my head, I'm just like, yes. I'm back on the list. I expect a Christmas card from you in, 11 months. The John Doe guy, just, I don't know. It needed that little thing to happen to get back on the list. Almost like a little kid being on the good list, right? But it was just like, I don't know you. Even if you sent it to me, I wouldn't know who this is. It was just a funny concept to think about. But little funny thing to be grateful for when things are bad. You find those small moments. Anyways, well, hopefully it was a little laugh. But run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.